to DT, that is Directorate of Technical. I hope that my voice is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes. It's
Yes,
audible.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. So I was just giving you an important announcement, and that announcement is related to your document verification. So physically, all your document which you had submitted at the time of admission in college, all the documents were physically verified. It was checked thoroughly by the government officials at DT, that is Directorate of Technical Education, Pune. They have raised number of queries regarding pending documents. Around 48 to 50 students are supposed to submit their pending documents, and majorly the pending document includes your final year mark sheet, your transfer certificate or leaving certificate, your domicile certificate, or if you are having gap, then your gap certificate. So these 4 5 documents are considered as the most important document. If the students who have not yet submitted these documents in the college, all the students are requested that please submit it at the earliest by tomorrow or by day after tomorrow. Please try to submit these documents if they are with you. Now the next thing is that in case if your final result or final mark sheet is not being issued by your college, as some of the college are yet to receive final year mark sheet from the university itself. For that, they have given us a solution, and the solution is that suppose roll number 1 is there, and roll number 1 is not having uh, say original mark sheet. He has not submitted the original mark sheet. Then what that student is supposed to do is he has to go to his college of graduation and get a signed application. He has to write an application in the name of principal that I am so and so, I have done my BSc, BCom, BA, or whatever you have done from this college, and I am yet to receive my final year mark sheet. And because of final year mark sheet, TC is also pending with the college. That if you write this type of application, take that application to the principal of that college and get principal's signature and stamp on the application. That application you need to submit in the college. That application we can show it to the DT officials after 3 4 days, whenever they will be giving us date for the clarification of all the issues which were raised in today's document verification. So please note, it is very important and very urgent. Please circulate this message in your friends WhatsApp group also, that those students who have not submitted these important documents, they are supposed to submit it at the earliest. Now suppose if a student is at Nagpur or Amravati, or he is very far away from Pune, and because of some reason, because of say ill health, because of this COVID situation, if the student is unable to come down to the college to submit the required documents or pending documents, that student shall contact me or Sachin sir, that I am so and so, because of this problem I am unable to come to the college to submit my pending documents. At that time, you can send your documents through speed post or through a courier also. Send us the receipt and you need to take the follow-up from the courier and from the college also. That suppose if roll number 1 has sent the documents through courier, he has to first inform us that I am so and so, I have sent the documents through courier and this is the receipt. He need to share that receipt also with us on our WhatsApp numbers. Next thing is, next day immediately he has to call us that whether the institute has received that courier consisting of the following documents or not. So please note, it is the responsibility of the student that he or she shall submit all the documents required for confirmation of your MBA admission. So college confirmation we have already given to you, but the confirmation from government side after scanning or after checking, after verifying your physical documents. So each and every document was checked physically by the officials. Very shortly, maybe in the evening, late evening or night, I'll be sharing the details of the students whose documents are pending. 40-50 students are there. We will share the names of those students, and those students have to submit the pending documents immediately. Otherwise, please note that your admission is at hold. It is not confirmed. And if you are unable to submit within 2 or 3 days, then your admission may be cancelled by the government officials, and we will not be able to do anything in that particular case. So please take a serious note of it. Those who are not present in the lectures, they should also get this message, and the best way is that you can send the message on through your friend's WhatsApp number. On official, yes, we will be posting the message, but on unofficial also you can post the message, and just inform your friends about the uh, situation, that it is very what we can say, the situation is last chance, maybe you can say that it will be considered as the last chance given to the student for confirmation of admission, and we do not want a single admission should be cancelled because of lack of documents. So from our side, we are taking every effort to make you understand and communicate with you that Mr. So and so, Miss So and so, your following documents are pending. Please submit it at the earliest. If you are unable to come, send it through courier, but make sure that it reaches within a day or two. Right? अगर आपको पैसा ज्यादा देना पड़े तो भी दीजिए. 50 रुपए की जगह वो बोलेगा 100 रुपए देंगे तो स्पीड डिलीवरी मिलेगी, 100 रुपए दीजिए, और एंश्योर कीजिए कि एक दिन में या ज्यादा से ज्यादा 2 दिन में आपके पेंडिंग डॉक्यूमेंट्स कॉलेज में आने चाहिए. अदरवाइज गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल्स हैं, डिसीजन ले सकते हैं और उसमें हम लोग कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे. ठीक है, तो हमारी तरफ से हम लोगों ने, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था, और एज अ कोऑर्डिनेटर I should inform you. That is why I'm informing you, right? So please inform your friends through other your friends group also, right? Yes.
सर एक एक क्वेश्चन था.
हाँ बोलिए.
अगर हमने सब डॉक्यूमेंट्स प्रॉपरली सबमिट किए तो
हाँ.
उसका कुछ प्रूफ वगैरह ऐसा कुछ मिल सकता है क्या, मतलब फ्रॉम आवर एंड?
नहीं 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 नहीं, you might have got the receipt also. Original receipt is with you, right, of the documents which you have submitted in the college.
Yes, list of documents, and there is a one college stamp also.
Yeah, that is the original receipt. We have given it to you that you have submitted the following documents. In case, if in that particular receipt it is shown that your TC is pending, your mark sheet is pending, your domicile is pending, your validity is pending, that means you need to submit the following documents within a day or two in the college. If your receipt is showing that for every document, if against that document tick is shown, that means you have submitted all the documents, you need not worry. Okay.
Hello, sir. My name is Jenny.
Yes, Jenny.
Sir, actually, I have not received my final year mark sheet at from the college yet. But we have downloaded the PDF, so I
Okay.
uploaded the same PDF during my admission. So, do I need to write an application?
Absolutely, beta. You need to write an application, get it signed and stamped from the principal of your college, and submit that application in our college. Because when we will be getting the next date, after maybe 3 or 4 days, we will be getting the next date for clarification of all the issues which were raised in today's meeting. At that time, we can show that application that as the college has not issued the mark sheet, the student is unable to submit that mark sheet, so it is missing in her bunch of documents. And
Sir,
we
but
can
college has itself not received the mark sheet from the university yet.
absolutely, beta. That is why you have to write an application. I am so and so, I have done graduation from this college in this year. I am
Mhm.
yet to receive, and for my admission confirmation at MBA, we
Okay.
need final year mark sheet.
Okay.
And if it is not issued by the college, kindly give us signature and stamp.
Okay, sir.
They will principal sir will immediately give you a signature, the office will give you stamp on that, and you need to submit that stamped application and duly signed application in the college. We can
Okay, sir.
produce your application on your behalf in the DTE office, and it will confirm everything, right?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
thank you. Anyone else having any doubt?
सचिन सर ने मैसेज दिया था कि बीकॉम के सर्टिफिकेट्स पुणे यूनिवर्सिटी के आ गए, लेकिन जो
हाँ।
बीबीए जो है उनके अब तक सर्टिफिकेट आए नहीं है।
ओके, ठीक है ना, नहीं आए हैं अभी, इसमें आपकी गलती है क्या? नहीं, यूनिवर्सिटी से ही कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट्स अभी तक प्रिंट नहीं हुए, कुछ मार्कशीट, तो वो यूनिवर्सिटी का प्रॉब्लम है। अब डीटी के ऑफिशियल्स ने हमें क्या बताया है कि आप बच्चों को बताइए कि अपने पुराने कॉलेज में जाएं और वहां पर चेक करें, अगर आ गए हैं तो आप कलेक्ट कीजिए, सबमिट कीजिए, अगर नहीं आए हैं तो वहां पर प्रिंसिपल सर के नाम पर एक एप्लीकेशन कीजिए, और उस एप्लीकेशन पे प्रिंसिपल सर के साइन और उनके कॉलेज का स्टैंप ले लीजिए, और वो कागज आप कॉलेज में जमा कीजिए। ऐसे अगर 10 बच्चों का प्रॉब्लम होता है, हम लोग वो 10 एप्लीकेशन डीटी के सामने रख देंगे, उनको कंसीडर करना ही पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ये आपका प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ये कॉलेज का प्रॉब्लम नहीं, ये किसका है? यूनिवर्सिटी की तरफ से प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, तो वो एक्सेप्ट करेंगे। पर वहां पर हम लोग अगर एप्लीकेशन भी नहीं सबमिट करते हैं, तो वहां पर फिर वो आपका प्रॉब्लम शुरू हो जाएगा। ठीक है, इसीलिए बेस्ट ऑप्शन क्या है कि कल की कल आपको जाना है कॉलेज, एक एप्लीकेशन करनी है, और उस एप्लीकेशन पे प्रिंसिपल सर के साइन और स्टैंप लेके मैट्रिक्स कॉलेज में जमा कर देना है, बस इतना करना है आपको, आप फिर सेफ हो गए। ठीक
ओके
है,
सर।
और किसी का कोई डाउट?
Hello, excuse me, sir.
यस,
Hello. Sir, Amit here, this side. Actually, I just left with the domicile certificate, and I
हाँ,
just spoke with them. So as per their words, that it is going to take more 20 days.
नहीं नहीं, इट इज नॉट। हाँ,
So in that case, like,
Have-
what should I do? Like,
नहीं बेटा, वी हैव बीन टेकिंग द फॉलो अप विथ एवरीवन
yes, sir,
at the
yes, sir.
time of admission. Also, we have informed you that please take a follow up with government officials, because
Mhm.
it takes time, certain documents definitely takes time. Then
Yeah,
you have to find a way out, that suppose if some official is there or somebody is there who is charging 100 or 200 rupees more, and if he can help you out, that you need to find out. You need to make sure that you submit the document at the earliest in the office. Otherwise, there can be a problem.
Sir, I only have like one certificate where I can show that I already applied for the domicile certificate. So will it
Acknowledgement
will
copy.
work?
That receipt you are talking about, na?
Yes.
Have you submitted that receipt to Sachin sir?
No, sir. I have
Huh.
like I can mail him
Nahi,
because
nahi.
at the same time like I can't come to the college because I'm already positive, like corona positive.
Acha,
So
acha.
yeah, that's why I have to be at home like
Okay,
for 14
okay,
days.
okay. No problem, no problem. For you, the way out will be that just mail us
Yeah,
and
sure, I'll do it.
mail us the scanned copy of your that receipt,
Receipt.
and mention in the mail itself that I am so and so. I have taken admission in MBA first year of Matrix School of Management Studies,
Okay.
and I have applied for domicile certificate. The
Okay.
receipt of domicile certificate is attached herewith. I am unable to come to the college to submit this, or I am unable to take the follow-up also for issue of domicile certificate, as
Domicile
I
certificate.
have been tested corona positive. And you
Okay,
can
fine.
attach your positive report also.
Sure, I'll
Because
do it.
on humanitarian ground, definitely they will give you a consideration. No
Okay,
problem,
fine.
no issue.
To whom should I share this,
You
sir?
can mail it to me, or you can
Okay,
mail it
fine.
to Sachin sir.
Okay, fine, sir. I'll do it. Thank you so
Hmm?
much.
Do it.
Thank you.
Anything else? So if genuine problem is there, suppose Amit now, as he is tested positive, he is unable to come down to the college to submit the document. All he is supposed to do is write an application and mail it to us, and it should be accompanied with the certificate also, certificate which states that he is positive, because we need to submit those documents to the university, DTE officials. Anything else? और किसी का कोई डाउट है?
Hello, sir.
Yes,
देविका here.
yes, Devika.
सर मी आज सकाळीच सगळे डॉक्युमेंट सबमिट केलेत, पण मायग्रेशन सर्टिफिकेटची मी रिसिप्टची झेरॉक्स पण पाठवली होती, पण सचिन
Okay,
सर बोलले की ते ओरिजिनलच लागेल
okay.
आणि
मग आत-
मायग्रेशन सर्टिफिकेट मला ते बोलले की 10 ते 12 दिवसांमध्ये मिळून जाईल,
Okay,
पण
okay.
सर बोलत आहे की ते ओरिजिनलच लागेल.
हा ठीक आहे. मग एक ऑप्शन असा आहे की ओरिजिनलचा फोटो काढायचा
हा.
आणि आम्हाला मेल करायचा. ठीक आहे.
मी
Mail मध्ये.
तुम्हाला आणि सचिन सरांना व्हॉट्सअपवर फोटो पाठवले आहे.
मेल कर बेटा, मेल कर. मेल
चालेल.
करायचा आणि मेल
हा.
मध्ये क्लिअरली मेन्शन, वेअर डू यू स्टे, कॅन यू कम डाऊन टू कॉलेज.
नो सर.
अच्छा, कुठे राहतेस.
मी यवतमाळला.
अच्छा, ठीक. तर तिथं मेल मध्ये मेन्शन कर की मी आय एम सो अँड सो, I have taken admission in MBA first year. This document is pending. I have applied in the university for migration certificate. The
हा.
receipt of migration certificate is attached here with. Kindly consider. असं एक मेल आम्हाला पाठव आणि
चालेल
मेल
सर.
ओरिजिनल रिसीटचा फोटो पाठव.
चालेल सर.
ते फोटो आम्ही दाखवू.
चालेल.
ठीक आहे. आणि त्याच्यात मेन्शन कर की यवतमाळमध्ये पॉझिटिव्ह बसेसचा स्ट्राईक असल्यामुळं बसेस मिळत नाही, त्याच्यामुळं मी काही येऊ शकत नाही कॉलेजमध्ये. हे
हो.
सगळ्या काही गोष्टी मेन्शन कर,
चालेल सर.
कारण आम्हाला त्यांना कन्व्हिन्स करायचंय
हो.
गव्हर्नमेंटला. तर त्याच्यासाठी मग आम्हाला थोडंसं, जेवढं तुम्ही जास्त एव्हिडन्स देणार तेवढं जास्त आम्ही कन्व्हिन्स करू शकू.
चालेल सर. पाठवते
बट
मी मेल.
दिस इज व्हॉट वी विल बी ट्राईंग.
हा.
We cannot confirm that it will be accepted. We will be trying, because we need to convince the government officials who come with a particular mindset that okay, what the documents, they come with a list of documents, that these are the documents required for confirmation of MBA admission. List of say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 documents. If you have, they will give a tick mark. If you do not produce that document, they will just cross it and write their remark that this document was not submitted by the student in the college. So there we can just request them that because of this reason, the student could not submit the original document, but this is the proof that the student has applied, and within a short span of time we will receive the original document from the student. This we will definitely try to convince them, right? But try to submit it at the earliest, all the original document, because we can give we can say request for one student, two student, three students. We cannot request for all the 40-50 students. अगर हम लोग 50 स्टूडेंट का रिक्वेस्ट लेके गए तो वो एक्सेप्ट नहीं होगा. 50 में से अगर 4-5 स्टूडेंट की रिक्वेस्ट है तो ज्यादा चांसेस हैं कि वो रिक्वेस्ट एक्सेप्ट हो जाएगी. ठीक है. हाँ, जिसकी तबीयत खराब है, जिसके घर में पॉजिटिव है, जो खुद पॉजिटिव है, वो 100% उसका हमारे को ऐसा लगता है कि वो एक्सेप्ट होना ही चाहिए, पर वो भी उनके सिग्नेचर्स है, हमारे नहीं. अगर हमारे सिग्नेचर होते तो हम लोग आज आपको बता सकते हैं कि आपका होगा या नहीं होगा. अब ये गवर्नमेंट जो भी ऑफिशियल्स रहेंगे वो साइन करेंगे, वो चेक करेंगे, वो डिसीजन लेंगे. इसीलिए हम लोग आपको बता रहे हैं कि हम लोग कोशिश पूरी करेंगे. We do not want a single admission to be cancelled only because of non-submission of documents. So we are there 100%, or you can say more than 100% to help you out in confirmation of your admission. But same 100% we require from your side also. ठीक है. हाँ
सर, स्कॅन केलेले डॉक्युमेंट आम्ही लायब्ररी ऍट मॅट्रिक्स वर पाठवतोय, पण जर आम्हाला तुमचा किंवा सचिन सरांचा ऍडिशनल ईमेल आयडी भेटला तर आम्ही सीसी मध्ये ठेवू शकतो त्याला.
नाही नाही, ते पुष्कळ आहे, तिथंच पाठवा. कारण कसं होईल की सगळ्यांचं वर्कलोड डिफाईन्ड आहे, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज डिफाईन्ड आहे. आता जे डॉक्युमेंट्स आहेत ते सचिन सरच पाहतात, त्यांना हेल्प करायला दुसरे लोक आहेत ते पाहतात. तुम्ही आम्हाला जर दिले तर मे बी थोडंसं मिसमॅनेजमेंट होऊ शकतं. ठीक आहे. तर जे मेल आयडीज दिले तेच. हा, आता मी माझा मेल आयडी कशाला देतोय, ज्यांचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे ते आम्हाला माहिती पाहिजे, त्याच्यामुळं मी माझा मेल आयडी सांगतोय की ज्यांचे नावं येतील, ज्यांना असं वाटतंय की नाही माझं व्हॅलिडिटी पेंडिंग आहे, डोमिसाईल पेंडिंग आहे, टीसी पेंडिंग आहे, किंवा माझं ग्रॅज्युएशनचं मार्कशीट पेंडिंग आहे, अशा मुलांनी डायरेक्ट मला मेल केला तरी चालेल. ठीक आहे. येस.
ओके सर.
हॅलो
आय
सर.
होप दॅट. हा
सर मला एवढं विचारायचं होतं, माझं मायग्रेशन जे पेंडिंग होतं, जे मी सॅटर्डेला इंडिया पोस्ट थ्रू पाठवलं होतं, तर ते आज
काय नाव?
पोहोचणार होतं कॉलेजला, ते पोहोचलंय का नाही ते विचारायचं होतं सर मला.
नाही, नाव काय? तुझं
इंद्रजित
नाव
काळे.
काय? हा,
इंद्रजित काळे.
अच्छा. उद्या वर्किंग आवर्स म्हणजे 10 ते 5 या वेळेत तू कॉलेजमध्ये फोन कर आणि सचिन सरांना विचारून घे. ठीक आहे.
ओके सर, चालेल.
फॉलोअप करायची तुझी जबाबदारी.
हो सर, तेच आज पोहोचणार होतं म्हणून म्हटलं आज मग विचारून घेऊ.
उद्या चेक कर.
ओके सर.
कोणी फोन उचलेल
Hello,
त्यांना
sir.
विचार. येस.
अक्षय दिघे.
येस अक्षय.
सर ऍक्च्युली मी लास्ट मंडे पासून म्हणजे मी जिथे बीकॉम कम्प्लीट केलं त्या कॉलेजमध्ये म्हणजे सिंहगड कॉलेज नवेमध्ये जातोय, बट मला ते एलसी मिळत नाहीये. म्हणजे प्रॉब्लेम असा होतोय की त्यांचा काही स्टाफ कोविड पॉझिटिव्ह आहे आणि त्यांचं असं म्हणणं येत आहे की त्यांच्या सिग्नेचर शिवाय पुढे एलसी प्रोसेस होत नाही. तो ते आल्यानंतर तुम्हाला एलसी मिळेल. म्हणजे मला असं म्हणायचं होतं की तुमच्याकडून त्यांना काही कॉल केलं तर काही होऊ शकतं.
नाही, तसं नाही. ऑफिशियली काय करायचं, तसंच एक ऍप्लिकेशन करायची आणि प्रिन्सिपल सरांकडे जायचं, त्यांना सांगायचं सर मला नंतर दिला तरी चालेल, मला फक्त सिग्नेचर आणि स्टॅम्प द्या, मला हेच डॉक्युमेंट जमा करायचंय व्हेरिफिकेशनला. चालेल, नो प्रॉब्लेम. जेन्युइन रिझन आहे तर डीटी एक्सेप्ट करणार. आणि त्यांनी आम्हाला क्लिअर सांगितलेलं आहे, इन केस द स्टुडंट इज फाइंडिंग डिफिकल्टी in obtaining transfer certificate from the institute, his previous college, then the student is supposed to write an application in the name of principal of that college and get it signed from the principal that because of this reason, the delay is taking place. Just write that, take signature of principal, sir, and submit it in the college.
Okay, sir.
No
Thank you.
problem. Okay. Okay. Anything else?
हॅलो
Yes.
हा सर शुभम माने.
Yes.
सर माझं मायग्रेशन मिळालंय विद्यापीठातून.
हा.
मी कलर प्रिंट दिली मित्राला, फोटो पाठवला होता. माझी तब्येत खराब असल्यामुळे मी काही येऊ शकलो नाही कॉलेजला.
कुरिअरनी पाठवून दे. कुरिअरनी पाठवून दे. ओरिजिनल कलर प्रिंट नाही, ओरिजिनल कुरिअरनी पाठवून दे. काहीच प्रॉब्लेम नाही. ठीक
आणि
आहे.
सर ते दुसरं एक स्कॉलरशिप फॉर्म पण भरलेला, तो पण सबमिट करायचा बाकी.
ते कॉलेजमध्ये येऊन स्कॉलरशिप फॉर्म 2 दिवसांनी केला तरी चालेल. आता अर्जंट काय आहे की तुमचं MBA चं ऍडमिशन कन्फर्म होणं सगळ्यात महत्वाचं आहे. नंतर सगळ्या गोष्टी येतील. ऍडमिशनच कन्फर्म नाही झालं तर सगळंच प्रॉब्लेम होईल. ठीक आहे. हा. I hope that everyone is now clear and we can proceed with the session. Yes.
मी जानव बन्ना बोलते सर. जे मॅनेजमेंट कोट्यात आहे ना, म्हणजे ओपन कास्ट, त्यांना पण स्कॉलरशिपचा फॉर्म भरायचा आहे का?
नाही. ज्यांचे ऍडमिशन अगेन्स्ट कॅप मध्ये आहेत त्यांनी स्कॉलरशिपचा फॉर्म भरायचा नाही.
ओके.
येस. हा, पण डॉक्युमेंट पेंडिंग त्यांना पण लागू आहे. असं नाही की माझं ऍडमिशन अगेन्स्ट कॅप मध्ये आहे तर मी 4 डॉक्युमेंट कमी दिले तरी चालेल. नो. तुम्हाला जे डॉक्युमेंट सांगितले गेले ते सगळे ओरिजिनल डॉक्युमेंट तुम्ही सबमिट केलेत का? नाही केले तर 1-2 दिवसात प्लीज करा.
केलेत सर.
व्हेरी गुड. Yes, I hope that now everything is clear with everyone. Okay.
Yes.
So, thank you. So we will start with the session. What's the time now? How much time is remaining with us?
Still we are
Half an hour. Okay, very good. So we will go a bit fast. We will try to cover it up. Okay. So we will start with, I think, discharge of contract we had completed. Now we will start with the remedies for breach of contract. I hope that you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So remedies for breach of contract. So remedies means what are the options available to the person who has suffered loss because of others' breach in the contract. Breach is breaking or violation. Both the parties, when come together, they promise each other certain terms and conditions. A wanted to sell the car. In return, B promised that he will be paying 1 lakh rupees. So both the parties are giving something in return or in oral form. Now, if one of the party fails to complete its promise, then it will be called as breach of contract. Then the party which has suffered loss because of other party's action, that party is having certain rights, and that we will be discussing under remedies for breach of contract. So breach of contract is breaking of contract, violation of contract, that is breach of contract. Now certain remedies, what are the options available? First remedy available is rescission of the contract. Rescission, the meaning of rescission word is cancellation. So if one party is not fulfilling the promise which it has made in the contract, the other party is having an option that it can also do is having an option that that party will also not fulfill its promise. So that is rescission of contract or cancellation of contract. One party who was supposed to deliver the car on a particular day was unable to give the delivery. So other party which was supposed to pay 1 lakh rupees on the same day, on the same time, which was agreed between both the parties. Now that party is having the option that it can cancel the contract. As you have not fulfilled the promise, I am also not going to fulfill my promise in the contract. So that will be called as rescission of the contract, that the party has decided that it wants to cancel the contract. So that is called as rescission of the contract. Next one is called as suit for damages. The meaning of word suit or term suit is filing a case in the court of law, is called as suit. Suit for damages. Damages means compensation which are monetary, generally, not always, but generally monetary in nature. So when one party feels that because of other party it has suffered loss that party wants to recover that loss from that particular party, then option is what? That the party can take the violating party to the court of law and recover the compensation through court of law. Now, how these compensation can be recovered? There are 4 or 5 different type of damages which can be recovered from the violating party. First one is called as ordinary damages. As the name itself suggests, ordinary damages. Ordinary means when very less damage has happened because of breach of contract, but that very less damage also the aggrieved party which has suffered loss wants to recover from the party which has broken the promise in the contract. So that damages or that compensation will be categorized under ordinary damages. Ordinary damages means less damages. जब ज्यादा नुकसान नहीं हुआ, पर जिस पार्टी का नुकसान हुआ है वो पार्टी चाहती है कि जिसने नुकसान किया है वो पार्टी उसे नुकसान भरपाई करके दे, इसीलिए वो कोर्ट में जाती है। कोर्ट को जैसे ही पता चलता है कि नुकसान थोड़ा बहुत था, तो जो जजमेंट आएगा वो जजमेंट जो रहेगा वो क्या रहेगा? ऑर्डिनरी डैमेजेस के फेवर में जजमेंट रहेगा। नेक्स्ट वन इज कॉल्ड एज स्पेशल डैमेजेस। अब नाम जैसे स्पेशल है, दैट मीन्स इट इज मोर देन ऑर्डिनरी, स्पेशल डैमेजेस। Now, in case of special damages, if any condition was added in the agreement at the time when it was created, and if that condition is not fulfilled by one of the party to the contract, then the aggrieved party means the party which has suffered loss because of violation of promise by the other party. So the aggrieved party can take the violating party to the court of law, and the court can declare special damages to be given to the aggrieved party. For example, Mr. A has entered into an agreement or contract with Mr. B, who is a contractor, who is a land developer. And the contract, it was clearly stated in the contract that Mr. A wants a house to be constructed by Mr. B, who is a contractor. One of the condition in the contract is that A has added is that I want my house to be constructed in a period of 6 months because I want to give this house on rent to Mr. C from 7th month. So this is the terms and condition involved in this contract. And now this contract is duly signed by Mr. A, who is the person who has approached the contractor, Mr. B. Mr. B has agreed that, okay, before the completion of 6 months, I will make sure that you get the possession of the house, which you can put it on rent to Mr. C from 7th month. Now, if Mr. B, who is a contractor, is unable to give possession within that required period of 6 months without any justification or without any valid reason, not justification, but it is valid reason, then the court can declare a judgment in favor of the aggrieved party, that is Mr. A, that Mr. B shall pay heavy damages to Mr. A. Why? Because 6 months it was supposed to be completed. Not completed means Mr. A has suffered loss in terms of the rent which he was supposed to receive from Mr. C. So that type of damages are called as spatial damages. Now, next one is called as nominal damages. Now, there is a very slight difference between ordinary and nominal damages. Nominal damages are those damages which are less than ordinary damages. Now, a case regarding nominal damages is filed by the aggrieved party just to prove that the aggrieved party is correct and or right, and the party against whom the case has been filed, that is the party which has not fulfilled the promise or which has broken the promise or which has violated or breached, which has entered into breach of contract, that party is wrong. Just to prove this fact, because the damage is very nominal, as the name itself says, nominal. बहुत कम डैमेज था, 1000 रुपए का डैमेज था, 200 रुपए का कॉम्पेंसेशन मिला, 500 रुपए का कॉम्पेंसेशन मिला, 1000 रुपए का कॉम्पेंसेशन मिला, जो बहुत ही नॉमिनल है। पर किस लिए एग्रीव्ड पार्टी ने केस किया है दूसरी पार्टी के ऊपर? सिर्फ ये प्रूव करने के लिए कि मैं करेक्ट हूं, मैंने अपना पार्ट पूरा किया, आपकी गलती थी, आपने अपना पार्ट पूरा नहीं किया। और अगर कोर्ट में ये प्रूव हो गया तो कोर्ट अगर सेटिस्फाई होता है और देखता है कि जो डैमेज हुआ है, जो नुकसान हुआ है एक पार्टी का या एग्रीव्ड पार्टी का, वो नुकसान बेहद कम है, पर सिर्फ ये दिखाने के लिए कि ये पार्टी का नुकसान हुआ है और ये पार्टी ने अपना प्रॉमिस पूरा किया है, आपने नहीं किया है, ये दिखाने के लिए जो डैमेजेस दी जाती हैं वो डैमेजेस को कहा जाता है नॉमिनल डैमेजेस। नाउ नेक्स्ट टाइप ऑफ डैमेजेस इज कॉल्ड एज विंडिक्टिव डैमेजेस। Vindictive damages are those damages which are also called as exemplary damages, or these damages are given in only 2 conditions. सिर्फ 2 कंडीशन में ये टाइप की डैमेजेस कोर्ट के द्वारा ऑर्डर की जाती है। एक, when a banker without any valid reason, when a banker without any valid reason rejects your check or dishonors your check, one condition. And second condition is refusal of marriage. Refusal of marriage or contract of marriage, breaking the contract of marriage. Mr. A has agreed that yes, I will marry Mr. B, Miss B. Miss B is ready to marry Mr. A. So there is a offer and its acceptance in this contract of marriage. On the day of marriage, if Mr. A or Miss B, without any valid reason, refuses to enter into that contract of marriage, and if the other party takes them, suppose Mr. A refuses or Miss B refuses. If Miss B refuses without any valid reason or wants to break that contract of marriage on that day of marriage, then Mr. A can take her to the court of law and the court will declare vindictive damages. In only vindictive damages, two options are available. One option is that the person can be given a heavy fine, and the second condition is that the person can be put behind bars or the person can be sent to jail. दो ही कंडीशन में व्यक्ति को जेल हो सकती है, एक ब्रेकेज ऑफ और ब्रेकिंग द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑफ मैरिज, और दूसरा ब्रेकिंग द रूल ऑफ डिसऑनरिंग अ वैलिड चेक विदाउट वैलिड रीजन। तो दो केस में हेवी फाइन भी हो सकता है, हेवी कॉम्पेंसेशन देना पड़ सकता है, या फिर कॉम्पेंसेशन के साथ जेल भी हो सकती है। तो दो कंडीशन में ही ये हो सकता है, और किसी भी कंडीशन में विंडिक्टिव डैमेजेस नहीं होती। जहां पर नुकसान ज्यादा हुआ है वहां पर कोर्ट स्पेशल डैमेज देगा, पर विंडिक्टिव सिर्फ दो ही केस में दे सकता है, और उसमें क्या है, एक breaking the contract of marriage, and second one is when the banker or the cashier or a bank official without any valid reason dishonors check of a person. So in that case vindictive damages can be given by the courts. Next one, damages agreed upon in advance in case of breach of contract. It is self-explanatory. It is mentioned here itself that if there is a condition in the contract included which says that if either party breaks its promise or breaks the terms and conditions of the contract, then that party will have to pay the other party 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, 1 lakh rupees. So that is to be given to the other party if one of the party to the contract breaks the contract. So that is called as damages agreed upon in advance in case of breach of contract. And the last one is damages of loss of damages for loss of reputation. It is misprint. It is not loss or reputation, it is loss of reputation. So loss of reputation, everyone is aware of what it is. If a person feels that his image in the society was affected adversely because of the action of somebody, then he can take that somebody to the court of law and file a suit for loss of reputation. Now, please remember that it is very difficult to prove loss of reputation in the court of law. First, you need to prove that the person is having an image in the society, a reputation in the society. Then the person has to prove that how, because of the action of somebody else, his reputation was adversely affected. And if the court is satisfied that yes, the person was having a very good reputation in the society, and because of the action of somebody, the person's good image has been adversely affected, then that person can be charged with that, and court can rule in the favor of this person for loss of reputation, right? So these are the remedies for breach of contract. What's the time now? How much time is remaining?
10
12
minutes.
minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. So we can complete this. Yes. Now the next for breach of contract is a phrase, a Latin phrase is mentioned here, and it is quantum meruit. In English, the meaning of quantum meruit is earned as much as. That is the English translation of this phrase, phrase of Latin language, quantum meruit. Now here, because of someone, if the other person earns anything, and whatever he earns because of the person, he has to return that earning to the other person. Now, for example, Mr. A and Mr. B, they had a contract. Mr. A is a wholesaler and Mr. B is a retailer. Now, Mr. A, who is a wholesaler, was approached by the retailer. Retailer has taken 5 bags of wheat. 5 bags of wheat. Each bag consists of 100 kg wheat in it. So 500 kg wheat was taken by the retailer from the wholesaler on a promise that he will pay the wholesaler a particular amount which was agreed between them. And on that day, if he is unable to repay the amount or pay the amount of wheat, amount to the wholesaler, and if after requesting, after taking the follow-up also, if the person is not paying the money back to the wholesaler, the retailer is not responding. If the wholesaler goes to the court of law and files a complaint, now the wholesale rate for wheat was fixed at 30 rupees per kg. So 30 multiplied by 100 comes to 3,000 rupees for one bag. 5 bags were taken by retailer and it costed around 15,000 rupees. So he is supposed to pay 15,000 rupees to the wholesaler, who retailer. Now retailer has not paid 15,000 to the wholesaler. Because of that, wholesaler has moved the court of law. He has filed a case in the court of law. Now, if it is proved that yes, the retailer has not paid wholesaler for 5 bags of wheat, that is 15,000 rupees. Now here, the court, instead of giving a judgment of paying 15,000 rupees to the retailer to wholesaler, if under quantum meruit the judgment is passed, then it will be passed as quantum meruit means earned as much by the person. Now for 5 days, for 10 days, for 1 month, or for 2 months, or for 6 months, when the case was filed in the court of law by the wholesaler, the retailer has sold these 5 bags. He has taken a bag at a price of 30 rupees per kg, and he has sold the wheat at a price of 35 rupees, 36 rupees, or 40 rupees per kg in the local market. Now here he cannot claim now that as I owe only 15,000 rupees, I will be paying only 15,000 rupees. Under quantum meruit means whatever profit which the retailer has earned on selling this wheat which he has taken from the wholesaler, all that profit also he has to share with the wholesaler. So instead of 15,000, if on 15,000 rupees he has earned a profit of 5,000 rupees or 6,000 rupees or more than that, that profit also is to be shared with the wholesaler if the judgment is declared under quantum meruit, because it is said that as you have broken your promise, as you have conducted the breach of contract, not only the amount which you are supposed to pay, but in addition, whatever profit you have earned on that particular amount, you have to share that amount also with the wholesaler. So that is called as the meaning of quantum meruit. Next one is the damages can be given is that damages is called as suit for specific performance. Now, one person has broken the promise. That is why the other person has moved the court of law that this person has broken the promise. Now, here, instead of giving compensation, the court can pass an order related to specific performance also. That, okay, 1 month back when you were supposed to perform your part in the contract, you have not. But see to it that now you perform your part in the contract. So instead of giving the compensation to the aggrieved party, if the court feels that if the other party can do the performance, then it will be better for the aggrieved party. So instead of giving compensation, they can give instruction to the other party against whom the case has been filed in the court of law, that instead of giving compensation to the aggrieved party, you complete your promise what you had earlier mentioned in the court in the contract. So that is called as suit for specific performance. Now, this type of judgment is given under two conditions. Condition number one, when the compensation is not adequate. जब कोर्ट को ये लगता है कि जिस पार्टी ने केस किया है उसे जो कॉम्पेंसेशन मिलेगा दूसरी पार्टी से, वो कॉम्पेंसेशन एडिक्वेट नहीं रहेगा. अगर ऐसा कोर्ट को लगता है तो कोर्ट इंस्टेड ऑफ पासिंग द जजमेंट फॉर पेमेंट ऑफ कॉम्पेंसेशन, इट कैन पास अ जजमेंट रिगार्डिंग specific performance. Second condition, when accurate standard for ascertaining actual damages is not available. जब कोर्ट को ये समझने में परेशानी होती है, when it is difficult for the court to understand how much damage has been occurred to the aggrieved party because of the action of the other party against whom the case has been filed. In that case also, court can instruct the the party against whom the case has been filed that instead of giving compensation to the aggrieved party, do performance of contract. You complete your promise in the contract. So that is under two conditions. This suit for performance can be given by the court of law. Last one is called as suit for injunction. Now, injunction means giving in writing or giving that I'll be doing this, and I'll not be doing this. That is called as suit for injunction. For example, if Mr. A is appointed for a position of sales officer in a particular company, and at the time of joining the company as a sales officer, a undertaking is being signed by Mr. A. And in that undertaking, the role and responsibility of Mr. A is mentioned. It is also mentioned in the undertaking that Mr. A is not supposed to share the information related to sales of this company with the other company. It means the do's and don'ts are clear with Mr. A. Now, after signing this document, if it is found that Mr. A was sharing the information of his company with the other competitor, then a case for injunction can be filed against Mr. A, and that will be called as suit for injunction. If Mr. A, because Mr. A has violated the terms and conditions, the do's and don'ts of the company, of the agreement, of the contract. So in that case, against Mr. A case can be filed by the company, and that case will be called as suit for injunction. Now that is the end of our contract part. So first part of first chapter, that was related to contract, that we have covered now, or we have discussed everything about that first part. Now we will be starting with the contract of indemnity and contract of guarantee. In the next lecture, we will be discussing about what is contract of indemnity and what is contract of guarantee. That will be the second part of first unit, and the last part of first unit will be contract of agency. So what is the meaning of contract of agency, that we will be discussing in the third part of our first unit. So first unit is bit lengthy, second unit is very small also, and it is very easy also, right? Okay, so I hope that we have crossed the time also. So we will stop here. If you have any query, you can raise your query for 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we will stop.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, Nikhil here.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, Nikhil here.
Yes, Nikhil.
सर ज्यांनी बिना सीईटीचं ऍडमिशन घेतलं त्यांना कंपल्सरी आहे ना फॉर्म भरायचा?
कुठला फॉर्म?
स्कॉलरशिपचा.
ज्यांनी काय केलंय?
बिना सीईटीचे ऍडमिशन घेतल्यात. म्हणजे
बिना सीईटीचे ते ऍडमिशन कुणाचंच नाही. कोण आहे बिना सीईटीचं ऍडमिशन? दोन ऑप्शन अवेलेबल आहेत. वन, student who has taken admission from cap round, and the other one who has taken admission against cap. दोनच ऑप्शन आहेत. एक, तुमचा ऍडमिशन फर्स्ट राऊंड किंवा सेकंड कॅप राऊंड थ्रू झालंय, किंवा दुसरं असं आहे की मार्क्स कमी होते किंवा काही अन्य कारणाने तुमचं ऍडमिशन कॅप राऊंड थ्रू झालेलं नाही. अगेन्स्ट कॅप म्हणजे जे 5-10 सीट्स वेकंट राहिल्या होत्या, त्या सीट मध्ये तुमचं ऍडमिशन झालेलं आहे, दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज अगेन्स्ट कॅप. नो स्टुडंट वॉज अलाउड टू टेक ऍडमिशन बाय द गव्हर्नमेंट if that student has not appeared in CET examination. ठीक आहे. तर तुझं ऍडमिशन कशात आहे?
माझे कॅप राऊंड मधून झाले, तेच विचारायचं तुम्हाला. म्हणजे सीईटी थ्रू पण कॅप राऊंड मधून झालं, मग त्यांना कंपल्सरी आहे का असं?
येस. अँड फॉर दॅट, फॉर फर्दर क्लॅरिफिकेशन की ईबीसी आहे का, ओबीसी आहे का, कुठली कॅटेगरी, कुठले बेनिफिट्स, कुठली हे, that for that you have to give a call to Sachin sir, or if possible you can come to college and meet Sachin sir. Okay, because no other person will be able to clear your doubts regarding which scholarship or which scheme you are supposed to apply. Okay, I am the coordinator. If you ask me, then I do not have that much of say hold over which scheme you should be applying, because I am not looking after that section. The person who is looking after that section is the right person who can clear your queries. Yes. What's the time now? I think we have crossed the time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we will stop here. So tomorrow we will meet again and we will try to discuss on the difference between contract of guarantee and contract of indemnity. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.